Good morning, everybody. Mr. Weeks here. Today we're going to talk about lines and angle, basic vocab. I want to make sure everybody's got the same notes when it comes to vocab. I don't want to leave it up to someone looking up on the internet and finding one version while somebody gets another. So this is where I want everybody to have the same things. So let's get started. So we've got definition, diagram, and symbol. Make sure you get all three because we're going to use these. So a point. I think everybody kind of knows what a point is. The easiest definition is just a single location. Alright, diagram's obviously a dot labeled with a letter, and the symbol is simply just your letter. A line segment. Alright, it's part of a line bound by two endpoints. So in our diagram we have a line segment AB, and to symbolize that, we're looking at AB with just a straight line over the top of it. I know you guys probably can't write as fast as I can talk, so I will pause between each one just to give you a chance to catch up. A line. Definition of a line: an infinite set of points. And so if we look at the diagram, we have line AB with arrows on the ends, which means the line keeps going forever. And the symbol for a line is AB with a miniature line over it with arrows again on the ends to signify that it keeps going. Alright, what about ray? Ray is a portion of a line with an endpoint and that continues in the opposite direction. So if you look at ray AB, alright, we notice that A is a starting point, and as we move towards B, that's the side that keeps on going forever. So whenever you label a ray, you always have to start with your endpoint. Even if it's turned around the other way, you still start with your endpoint and go towards the side that keeps going forever. And the symbol for ray, AB, with a line with an arrow on one side. Pretty straightforward stuff. I think most people have heard of all four of these. Ray, I'm guessing, would be the only one that people might not have heard of. Alright, well, if you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, we're just going to jump to the next one. Perpendicular lines. Right? We've dealt with them a little bit, but let's talk about them in a little more detail. Two lines that intersect at a 90-degree angle. Alright, our diagram or example would be lines M and N. And we know that they intersect at a right angle, symbolized by our little box. And the symbol for perpendicular is the upside down T. So M is perpendicular to N, is what that says. As far as parallel lines go, parallel lines are two lines that will never intersect. Right? So in our diagram, we have M is parallel to N. Obviously those two are not intersecting, and the symbol for parallel is two vertical lines. So it says M is parallel to N. So those two vertical lines that kind of look like it really stretched out 11, yeah, that's parallel. Again, pretty straightforward things. I think most people have heard of parallel lines. Most people at this point should have heard of perpendicular lines. Even if you didn't quite know what it was, you should have at least heard of it. Segment bisector. It's a line segment that divides another segment into two equal parts. Alright, if you think of the word bisect, bi means two, sect means sections. So if we look at our diagram, we have the line segment AB, and we have the line segment CD. CD is cutting or bisecting AB into two equal pieces. And we know they're equal, and it's symbolized by the hash marks on AB. So we know that AC is congruent to CB. And there really is no symbol for bisecting, so we actually just have to write it out. So line segment CD bisects line segment AB. And a plane. And no, we're not talking about what flies in the air and brings people to Florida. We're talking about a two-dimensional surface made up of 3 or more points. Okay. And actually, I should add to this, they are non-collinear points, which means those 3 points are not on the same line. And then the diagram, you can just draw any kind of rectangle, slap 3 points in there that are not on the same line, label them, and there create your plane. And then it's just defined as plane ABC. Pretty straightforward stuff. I'm actually going to stop the video here, and this will be part 1, and I'll continue with part 2. That way, if you need just these ones, or if you need just the other ones, you don't have to wait around, the 5.5, 6 minutes to get to the other ones. So, I'm Mr. Weeks. These are some notes.